Hello, it's Sunday afternoon, I'm Ryan, I'm back out in the garage, continue working on the Super Dream. Let's see if we can get it assembled, let's see if we can get it looking like a complete bike, towards a little ride, maybe, just on the road outside. So with that said, I'm going to crack on with it. I'm also, during this week, going to be experimenting with a few different cameras and microphone settings, so let's see if we can find something that improves the quality a little. So with that, please like, subscribe, any support you can give me, I'm going to get started. So last week I think I finished off the paint and the lacquer on the tank. I'm just going to see if I can give it a quick wax now and a quick polish, and then hopefully that will be good enough to go onto the bike. So let's do that quickly, and then let's get it mounted, and then let's get the mudguard put on, and let's see how it looks. So there it is at the moment, no wax on it at all yet. So I think let's try and get some, I think got some Mudguards. Let's see what happens when we apply that. And there's the tank with a wax polish applied. Let's give it time to dry off, turn to a haze, and then we'll buff it up. Now in the meantime, that was the mudguard, which I'm okay with. It's not perfect, but it's a damn sight better than it was. So I'm going to now try and get that fitted back on the bike, because at the moment it is currently looking like that. So let's see if we can get that fitted in here, which is a bit of a pain, because to lift that up I just need to put a jack under here and just support the front of the bike. But let's get on with that. So this is what I do when I need to work on the front of the bike. Just get my little jack, block of wood to protect the sump. And then on the centre stand. And you can see that's lifted the front wheel off now. Good. So there we are, just with a jack on a bit of wood, and then the front wheel's supported. So now I can take the wheel off, open the forks up, and then refit the mudguard. That's the principle anyway. There it is, mudguard in place. Looking much better. Just hand tight at the moment, but good. Let's get back to the tank. Right. Bought myself some of these. Let's see if we can buff it up. Promising start. Okay. Just add a polish. That, I think, will do for now until I get it on the bike and then give it a final polish on the bike. I can still see imperfections in it, but all in all, I think that's probably about as good as I could have hoped for when I started. So, never done it before, first ever attempt, and it's okay. I should be happy. I really am happy, quite honestly. I just had high sights, but high hopes, but anyway, it's good. Let's get it on the bike. Okay. Let's go find all the rubber mounts and bolts. So now this rubber fixing goes on here somehow. Goes in like that. There we are. And then this bolt goes down
and secures the back of the tank in place. Okay. The other thing I need to do is refit this now. So that's straightforward, just a couple of screws. That's looking okay, but I might just give it a quick little polish up first, just so it looks a little bit shinier. We'll try some chrome cleaner to begin with, see how that does the job. I think that'll do for the moment. Right, let's get that fitted. Okay. Time for the old cap to go on. There we go. Okay. Excellent. That seems alright. Now there's the minor detail of the fact I've not connected it up yet. So let's see if we can connect it to the carbs. So I actually haven't unwrapped it since it's been painted. So I haven't made that very easy for myself. Probably should have done that before I mounted the tank. Okay, so now I'm going to need some fresh fuel line. Let's get that bit off. Get some fresh fuel line to go from there to there, but I've also got a fuel filter I'd like to put in place because I've not used this tank for a while and I'm sure there's going to be something in the bottom of it I don't want. Now let's get that off, get some line. Okay. And that is getting towards the finished look. It's not finished, but that's the way it's going to look. So we've got the mudguard on with the silver stripe in the middle. I'm not sure what to think about that yet, but I'm happy with it at the moment. Tank is on, and there are more marks. I can see some cracks still appearing in here, and there's another one there. But overall, I mean, it looks clean and smart and tidy. Very first attempt, I'm happy, but it's not perfect, it's far from perfect. Side panels, tailpiece, that's looking good. Around this side, again, panel's okay, it's not fixed on properly yet, I'm still missing, haven't worked out how that clips in down here yet, so at the moment it's only held on by one clip. But, yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to start working on the chain now. He says, having completely forgotten the last thing he was doing was working on the fuel line, which I haven't done. I got carried away with other things. So let's get back to a fuel line first, see if we can't get that connected up. Okay, I'm not sure it looks elegant, but I've managed to get an inline fuel filter in, which I'm going to certainly run to begin with. And you know, after a while, if it's running okay and the filter's clear, I'll probably just change this for just a straight black fuel line. But for now, that's in place, and the arrow's pointing that way. So I haven't messed that up just yet. Okay, let's get some fuel in it. Okay, let's try putting this on reserve. Yep. She's filling. Still filling. And no leaks from the float bowls. Good. Alright, she's got fuel. Let's see what state the battery's in. Well, there's the original chain and split link. So let's see if we can get that fitted. I guess I've got to take that cover off to get to the front sprocket, which means disconnecting the gear change. But that should be it. The rest I should be able to do okay. Right, let's get started. Okay, that's the split clip on with the closed side facing that way, direction of travel. Okay, let's adjust the tension. Okay, cover back on, gear lever reconnected. Let's give it a go now. Okay, let's go for the first start in a number of months. Shake. Fuels on, ignition's on. Okay, let's see what happens. Base is running. Let's see if it moves. No. So as you saw there, that appeared to have no clutch. Let's see if we can just adjust it. To begin with, we've got a load of adjustment here. So let's see if I can adjust it out at this end. Should be possible. But if not, also got adjustment there as well. So let me try one that way. Okay, let's try that again. It's a runner. Okay, and relax. Now, being realistic, first impressions of riding the bike. The clutch needs further adjustment, but it's working. The gears were alright. The front brake was spongy. That needs further work. That wasn't biting. It worked, but not well enough. The engine sounds tappety. Need to give that more thought. But to feel, it felt surprisingly smooth. In fact, honestly, it surprised me how smooth it felt. Okay, very slow, couple of 100 metres at most. But that's a good sign. It's a good start. So, what's next? So one of the things I've got outstanding on my bike is that the cables on it are shot. I've only got a single throttle cable. My clutch cable I think is quite stretched, and similarly my rev counter cable is actually damaged. So actually I really needed quite a set of cables, and coincidentally and very thankfully I saw some cables being advertised on the Facebook group, the CB250N owners Facebook group. Really useful group, really nice bunch of people on that. I contacted the guy advertising them. It couldn't have been more helpful. Very fast, excellent price I think for a set of second-hand cables. And here is everything I've just received. So this is essentially a full set of cables for the Super Dream. So I'm going to fit these. There's a nice clutch cable, that looks good. There's a rev counter, perfect, okay. Oh, the drive fell out, that's here, I thought that was strange. Now this is useful to me. This is the clutch cable, and oh, okay, that's not clutch, that's the choke cable, and actually that's got the same problem that mine's got. That's a shame, but maybe I can do something with this because the top's snapped off. Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. Still very, very happy with what I've got, and I've got two sets of throttle cable, a full set of throttle cables now. So I've actually got a pull and return. So that will help. All in all, very happy with what I got. This was, you know, really quite cheaply priced for a complete set. Not without one or two issues, but still very happy. So thank you, Dave, for supplying these to me. And at some point in the very near future, I'll be just cleaning these up and putting them on the bike, which will make it closer to being road legal. Because at the moment I've got a single throttle cable, so there's no return. That's not ideal, but it works for now, so that's good enough. Okay, thank you. So that's it. I've just completed my very first ride on the Honda. She needs a name. I don't know. I'll think of that over the next week or so. I'm happy. I'm chuffed. I've now got a bike that runs, rides, moves, stops. It does all of those things not particularly well, but it's doing each one of them. And that, to me, as someone who's never done this before, is a massive, massive achievement. So I'm really grateful for the help and support that I've received through this channel. So, you know, this is it at the moment. Challenges I've discovered in my first ride. Definitely the engine's not sounding right. The tapping is louder than it should be. I think it's down to two things. I'm confident it's not the timing chain, but it may well be the balance chain, which needs further adjustment, and to do that I've got to take the side cover off. The other thing it might be is it might actually be wear on the cam itself. If any of you have ever watched Musty One, which is in my opinion the greatest guy on working on small engines that there ever could be, he very recently was working on an old Honda, not this at all, but it sounded almost identical to what I'm experiencing, and for him it was a worn cam through oil starvation. And if any of you can remember right back to when I was rebuilding the engine, the cam and the cam followers were clearly worn. I changed the followers, but I've not changed the cam. So I'm thinking I might need to do that. I can try adjusting the balance chain first. That's not a big job. I just need to crack the engine case open. So that's something that needs doing. I've still got to oil the thing up, so I assembled it dry, so I've just ridden it a couple of 100 yards. But I'd need to oil and grease up all the suspension, put grease on all the axles, and also I've still got an engine bolt missing, just one. I'm sure it'll cater for a couple of 100 yards. But I need to sort that out as well. There's more and more things. I need to put indicators back on it, possibly some graphics. There's still bits to do. Oh yeah, the rear foot pillions. Work out why the side panel isn't attached properly yet. So I'm nowhere near finished. This is not the end of this channel, but it is the start of now improving a running bike as opposed to building a bike. That feels good to say that. So with that, I'm going to say thank you and goodbye for this weekend. I'm again chuffed. I can't say that enough times. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your help. Please continue to like, subscribe, share this channel. Let's see if we can get it towards being a good bike. That's a challenge. All right, that's goodbye. Thanks for now. Goodbye.